G'day everyone. So the plan for tonight is to get this and the transmission put together once and for all and get it in the car permanently. Let's get to it.
Rightio, so I've just dropped the engine back in. Gonna leave it hanging on the crane while I put on the flywheel and stuff. So I got an extreme clutch here, just a standard one. So flywheel's underneath there. I'll chuck the flywheel on now, and yeah, put all the clutch in and should be right. Alrighty, she's all in there. Looking very good. One thing I did realise, and I've been looking for it, I don't have a little dust cover. It's pretty dark down there for you guys, but there's no dust cover there to cover the bottom of the transmission, bottom half of the transmission where the clutch is. It's like, they're usually called like inspection plates. And I've looked for them online and I can't find anyone who sells them. Not used, nothing. So if anyone knows where I can get one of those, that'd be great. Otherwise I just got to make something, because yeah, it'd be the same as like what the 304 5-speed cover plate. So I was just shocked that, I couldn't find it online. I thought there'd be some sort of reproduced part. So yeah, if anyone knows where I can get that, let me know. I'd rather buy one than make one. But yeah, that was actually my first clutch. Man, it took me longer than I thought, because I was trying to figure out where these dowel pins go, and I rotated the clutch spring on the flywheel like every single way that I could, and the dowels never lined up with the holes. So I just figured this one didn't need dowels. There's like a note in here saying that it's a multi-drilled flywheel, so probably has something to do with that. But yeah, it's all done. Now we can, well, now we're getting closer to getting the car together, so this isn't coming out again, I'm telling you that now. There's a few things I've got to do. I've got to figure out that dust cover and the hydraulic setup for the slave cylinder, so yeah, that'll probably be in the next one, but yeah, she's looking good, very nice. I was just playing around with these extractors I bought. They're pacemakers. Now there is an issue on the right side over here where it's hidden the box. Left side's fine, it clears, and there's room for the starter, so that's all good. The issue is right here, this bottom pipe is touching the bell housing right there. And you can see there's a little gap, so I haven't even tightened up these bolts all the way. So I reckon I'm going to need to either shave the bell housing or bash this pipe in a little bit here. Which I don't know, the bell housing has plenty of meat on it, so I can probably shave 5mm off that and just call it a day. So I might try to do that. I'll take this off and then get in there with a die grinder and see how we go. I'll mark it before I do that. And then I was just doing some research on the cover plate. Yeah, like I said, it looks like no one has them on the internet. Actually, I saw one listing on eBay for like $260 just for a piece of sheet metal with some notches in it and stuff. So, and I'm not willing to pay $260 for a freaking cover plate. So I think I'll just make one now. That probably makes the most sense. But yeah. Yeah, these headers come out to a 2 1/4 inch outlet, which I think is fine. I was going to go with the Genie ones that come out to a 2.5, but I saw these on Marketplace for pretty cheap, and I thought, why not? I don't think it'll make that big of a difference, and it gives me a starting place for, you know, working on an exhaust. I'm thinking of dumping before the diff. I'm pretty sure that's legal, because as long as you dump anywhere behind where the cab finishes, I believe it's legal. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any experience with that sort of stuff, because I'm actually not too sure. I was just thinking of doing like an X pipe somewhere in the middle and then branch out and then just dump at the diff. I reckon that'll sound pretty good, so yeah. Anyway, we'll clearance this and make up a cover plate right now. So this is my version of the inspection plate for a T5. I think it turned out pretty good for what I had. I used a air chisel to do the grooves there, to put some strength in it. I mean, all it has to do is just keep out the water and dust, so it does the job. And it fits up pretty nice. I made a cardboard template first to get a rough measurement, and then yeah, fitted it up and it all looks good. So I've got a starter motor coming in that I will test fit with this just to make sure it doesn't hit anything. And then once I know that it fits all good, I will paint it and chuck it on. So yeah, turned out pretty nice. What do you reckon? Alrighty, so I've clearanced the bell housing about as much as I'm comfortable with. You can see there's a little piece down there, and I've also bashed in the exhaust pipes a bit, and it's still touching. So I think my plan now is, because I don't want to go buying other headers. I'm just gonna buy a what are these called? Like a manifold flange, and use it as a spacer. And I think that will work just fine. Just buy another flange and a gasket, and that'll space it out about 10mm here, which will then hopefully give us about a 5mm gap between the bell housing and the pipes. So that's the plan anyway. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm going to move on to other things now. So yeah, I think that'll be it for this episode. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.